those the only times you pray, or do you also pray throughout the day?
We have other prayers too. We have other prayers. We call them Dawah. Dawah is a call to God. You can pray to God at any time. But the 5 prayers are a stated exact timing. You know, they're mandatory. Now, Allah, God says in the Quran, "Inna salata kana ala al-mu'minina kitabin mawqut." This is Arabic to say, surely the prayers are a stated exact timing. You know. So I was asking Imam Muhammad once, you know, because in the Quran there's different times for time, you know, different words for time, you know, and I said this mawqut is different from asr, heen, you know, adar. These are different words for time in the Quran. You know, what does this time mean right here? This exact timing. He said it's the timing for balance that you find in the creation, and and Muslims pray. You know how Muslims pray? They pray by the sun, meaning the sun tell you what time to pray. You know, before the sun rise, when the sun gets past its zenith, when it gets midway between that and the west, when the sun is set, and then when it's night. So we pray by the time of the sun. You know why? Because the sun not only represents light, but it represents enlightenment. Light and enlightenment. And isn't it strange how do you spell enlightenment? Teacher?
Light in the middle.
Yeah. E-N. Well, why can't you say I-N? Yeah. But there's a play on the word. So light has to come inside in order for you to see. You see. Now, so, and Imam Muhammad, he said this to me. He said, look, I told you my name is QA. Questions and answers. I was always asking questions. So I asked him that question, you know. So he said, every time you pray at the time that you're supposed to pray in, he said, the cosmic order assists you in your prayers. The cosmological order. That's why it's done by the sun. The sun represents enlightenment and the movement. And the human being's knowledge rises, sets, rises and sets. So he begins to learn and he advances his knowledge. So, and all the time, light is not only for enlightenment, but when you come into a dark room in your house, what's the first thing you do?
Turn on the light.
Why?
Because you can't see.
Because you can't see and you want to see. The nature of the human being is to see. That's his nature. He wants to see. You see? So, and not only does he wants to see, he wants peace. We said earlier, the word Muslim means one who submits to peace. You got a question? You can ask it. Okay. All right. So not only do you want to see, because once you see, you relax at peace, don't you? You know, you come in this dark, you can't see. The dark is oppressing you. So you turn on the light. Okay, peace comes to you. But you know another thing too. How many times you come into your house and it's real quiet? You turn the lights on, what's the next thing you turn on?
The TV.
The TV.
And then air conditioning.
Oh, air conditioning, radio. I mean, you know, but why you turn the TV on?
You want to be able to hear.
You want some company. Right? You don't want to be you don't want to be alone. Then once all that on, you say, you relax. Yeah. But you know why? You know why? You know why? You want that company and you don't want to be alone? Because you don't want to be alone with yourself. You know, most people do not know how to be alone with themselves, you know, because what's been put into the self don't agree with the self. You see? So it's upsetting in there. You know. So Muslim means one who's at peace with God and at peace with himself. Okay, now, so we got God, then we had the 5 prayers. You understand the 5 prayers? The next thing is charity. Muslims believe in charity. What is charity? Giving from what you have to help others. You know. And the first, in English they say charity begins where? At home. And then what? Spreads abroad. Most people are not charitable to even themselves. That's what Imam Muhammad said once. He said, most people cheat themselves. And they're cruel. He said one of the worst things that's happened to the human being, they have the cruel abuse of their intelligence. Their own intelligence abused them. So you take the body you live in and torture them. You know cigarettes, right? You heard of cigarettes? You know, now it ain't against your smoking, but I'm going to show you something. Your body has more knowledge than you about that. You take a person, I used to smoke years ago. I stopped smoking in 1968. But when I first started smoking, you smoke and you inhale, what happens?
You get dizzy.
You and you what? Cough. Do you cough? Snot come out your nose, water come out your eyes. You understand what I'm saying? You those who know. You know, what is your lungs saying to you? Food, air goes in here, not smoke. That's it. Food, air goes in here. The lungs are intelligent. And you start getting dizzy. But you say, I got to smoke because all my friends are smoking and this, that, and that. I got the same thing with liquor. If you ever drink liquors, drink it in, and pretty soon you throw up, you get sloppy drunk, and you start acting crazy. Come in the house. How come this ain't like this? I know this because my father used to drink, you know. And that's another story there. But people who fall into these bad habits that they say, I can't be a Muslim because y'all don't drink, y'all can't smoke, you can't use reefer, and I like my women, man. I like my women. I got to have women, you know. And so y'all can't have no girlfriends and all this stuff, you know. And everything he named is bad for him. Not the women, but just too many of them, you know. And we don't eat our diet. We don't eat pork. You see. Now look, let me tell you something. Pork smell good. Man, that bacon smell good. You know, but we don't eat that because God tells us not to eat it, and because it has in it tricking that worm and other things in it. But meat is so bad. Now, so charity. So we give. This is charity right here. You know, sharing of knowledge. Do you know giving knowledge is a charity? You know, and opening up a door, etc. Do charity. And then we have what is called fasting. We fast during the month of Ramadan. We fast during the month of Ramadan for 30 days from sun up to sundown. We eat nothing in the daytime. We drink nothing in the daytime. And we do not have relationship with our mates in the daytime. Now, listen to me. Eating, drinking, and procreative activity, God say, in the daytime, not at night. Listen to this though. I'm gonna show you something. Fasting. You know, when you go to sleep and you got up this morning, what breakfast did you have? What meal did you have? It was no. What did they call it? Breakfast. Break fast. Right? You break the fast. You understand it? They call it breakfast. You break the fast. Because why? Because when you go to sleep, you ain't lying, even though you're snoring. When you sleep, you're in the peace God wants you to be in. And the Quran says this, that Allah takes the soul. He says, sleep and death are twin brothers. Because when you sleep, it's like you're dead. As it. And those that he sent back, they come up. But those that they don't, he keep them, you know. So when you go to sleep, your conscience is not there. You know, anybody can do anything when you can be sleeping. I mean, I be doing everything with you. You don't know what's going on. You can't protect yourself. So who protects you? God. You see? So fasting during the month of Ramadan helps to discipline you for God. You know, so that you can be God. Say, well, why are you doing it? And all of us who fast, we know. You know, your mouth gets tight and everything. Your stomach growl. I'm gonna tell you, when you first start, the stomach say, feed me. I say, you can't eat right now. I'm fasting. Feed me. No, I'm not gonna feed you, because God say we're fasting for 30 days. All right. Guess what happened? After the first 2 or 3 days, all that's on. The stomach started obeying. All right, master. You know. So you begin to discipline the biological life with the psychological life. Yes.
Is Ramadan at the same month every year?
No, not.
How is it determined?
It's determined by the lunar calendar, the moon, not the solar calendar. So it rotates. And look at the mercy that God gives. When I first started fasting, we started in the summer, August, the longest day, because you fast all during the daytime, all those daylight hours, you know, and then you don't eat until the night. But then it rotates, and as it rotates, you get to December, short days, and etc. And that's all around the world. So Allah's mercy goes to everybody. The Quran was revealed. That's another thing. We read our holy book, the Quran, that whole month. We read 1/30th every day. And sometimes I ask Christians, the year during the month of Ramadan. And what's the other beautiful thing about everybody's doing it. So you're doing it in unity. And I'm talking about 1 billion Muslims around the world are reading the Quran. And we are conscious of our prayers. We're more conscious of charity, you know. And there's a saying in Islam that during the month of Ramadan, Satan is locked up. He can't bother you. Now, it ain't the Satan that they tell you in the movies, with the horns and the tail. Yeah. No, Satan is a mindset of evil. You know, is wrongdoing and etc. So what happened is your consciousness of God during that whole month locks up all of those things that agitate you. You see. So we don't argue, we don't fight, and etc. You know. And that's fasting. And it comes during the month of Ramadan, the lunar calendar. So it rotates, you know. This year is coming in May, around the 14th, 15th, and we sight the moon, you see.
What do you mean when you say you're sighting the moon? What are you looking for?
We're looking for what is called the crescent, the little tiny crescent that lets you know the beginning of Ramadan, you know. And